Good morning and welcome in. My name is Mitch Nelles, aka Thunder. Want to welcome everybody into Time for a Little Thunder. It's a new Facebook video cast idea that I've had in mind for quite some time and finally getting it underway today, Monday, June 1st. A few technical difficulties. For some reason on my computer, my Facebook Live didn't want to work. So we are live on my phone, on the porch, live from Grayton Beach, Florida. If you don't know where that is, Google it. Just find out where Grayton Beach, Florida is, because people have asked, what are you doing in Florida? How'd you get there? Why'd you go there? Grayton Beach is surrounded by 2 state parks, so it's very secluded. My in-laws have a home here, and so we are with family only. We are physical distancing, so don't worry about that. And it's beautiful here, and we needed a change of scenery. Like I think most of us need a little change of scenery right now. So just real quick, wanted to I know mostly it's going to be friends watching this, but in case you share it to people or other people see it, my name is Mitch Nelles, born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts, moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin when I was 14, went to high school there, went to the University of Wisconsin, and spent a good 15 plus years in sports media. Worked for the ESPN affiliate, worked for iHeartMedia, I worked for Good Karma Brands. So I've worked for a number of sports broadcasting companies in Milwaukee. And recently I made a career change. And I went to go work for Children's Wisconsin in their foundation. And I was really excited about that career change. And then our earth kind of changed, and things weren't exactly what we thought they were going to be. And so I'm pivoting again, and making a little career change again, and we'll figure out what that means, and we'll figure it out together. So that's who I am. My wife, Ellie Gettinger, is the Director of Education at the Jewish Museum, Milwaukee. She does a Museum Moment Facebook Live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. You can catch her at Jewish Museum, Milwaukee. I have 2 daughters. They are 9.5 and 7, and they are amazing. I spend as much time as possible as I can with them, as many of you know. So why start this today? And just so people know, this was in my head for a long time. I didn't just start this today because of where we are as a nation today and what we've seen the last 6 nights, and what we've seen, the reaction to the murder of George Floyd. That's not why I'm jumping on the air today and want to get this going. I've been wanting to get this going, and I always thought kind of Monday, June 1st made sense. It's a Monday. It's the first of a new month. I'll get settled in Florida. We'll figure things out. School's wrapping up for the kids. By the way, homeschooling is a whole different world animal, and you guys know that. But you know, and so I've thought about wanting to do this for a long time. And part of why I wanted to do this is because I've loved being on sports radio for 15 years in Milwaukee. I've loved that sports has always been the diversion. Sports has always been this thing that we can rally around. Sports has always been this thing in our community that we can get together on, whether it's the Brewers, and yep, I'm rocking the Brewers shirt today, whether it's the Brewers, getting to the playoffs and we're all there cheering them on against the Rockies and the Dodgers a couple of years ago. I mean, we don't even have to mention the Bucks, but of course we will, and we should. How much fun we had last year until the Eastern Conference Finals, how much fun we were looking forward to this year with our Milwaukee Bucks. And I mean, we were so excited, and maybe we can get back to some level of that excitement every year with the Packers, every year with the Badgers, every year with Marquette, even the Milwaukee Admirals, the best record in the AHL this year. Sports has always been that thing that brought us together and has been that diversion from from CNN, from MSNBC, from Fox News, where we're so divisive and we're so divided, that we can get together when it comes to sports. And I love sports, and we all have a love for sports, and we all have this love of community and coming together. And then we get into real world issues, and it's so easy to just stand on the highest mountaintop and talk about how we're right and everybody else is wrong. And, we need to figure out a way as a community to be able to listen a little bit better, to be able to explain our point a little bit better without shutting everyone down who has a different viewpoint. And again, come together knowing that we all have different agendas. We all have different points of opinion. But we need to figure this out as a people. So again, June 1st, this isn't a reaction. This was planned, and it just kind of, it just happened to be during this time of immense chaos, as we're still trying to figure out COVID-19 and the coronavirus, as we're still trying to figure out what our relationship with our police, what our relationship with our government officials, what our relationships with each other is going to mean. And so I invite questions. I invite comments on this feed. My Twitter's at Mitch Nelles. My 7-year-old's in the window. My Twitter's at Mitch Nelles. On Facebook, you can send me a direct message. You can email me. And it's actually, why don't we use thundermke@gmail.com. So all one word, thundermke@gmail.com. That comes right to my inbox. I want everybody to know that I'm not an authority and I'm not an expert. I like to think I'm an authority and an expert on sports, and in some things I am, but in most things I'm not. And so I'm here as a way for people to have a sounding board. I'm here for respectful conversation, whether it's why you hate Tom Brady or whether it's why you're driving to Minneapolis right now to protest, or why you are supporting our nurses and doctors and frontliners, or why you're mad that you can't go to a movie right now. And it's okay to be mad to not be able to go to a movie right now. That's okay. It's also okay to not want to go to a movie at all for a long, long time. And so, again, I'm not the expert. So whether you're safer at home, whether you're staying at home, whether you're social distancing, whether you're wearing the mask, at the end of the day, a lot of that with COVID-19, who cares? Save a life. Like, I don't understand the lack of, let's take care of each other. Whether it inconveniences us a little bit or not, like, this isn't a political thing. Let's not make it political. Let's just save someone's life. Let's just be kind to someone else. I wrote in the recap of what this was going to be about, serious stuff, light stuff, sports, real life, and kindnesses. And I want to hear those kindnesses. So, as I want to hear those kindnesses, my 7-year-old and I went for a bike ride yesterday. And we're biking around, and we stopped by the ocean, and she put her feet in. I was wearing my sneakers, so I didn't. And she was in the best mood. And then we got home, and CNN was on. And all of a sudden, she wasn't in the best mood anymore. And she, we explained to her what we were watching, and the things that I've been reading on the news, and the videos I've been watching, and the articles I've been reading. And now my wife tells me I have to read a bunch of books, which I want to read and I want to get involved in and figure out what's going on. So we get home. We then called one of her junior kindergarten teacher and spent half an hour on the phone with her crying about what's going on and that we miss our friends. And that we just want to get together with them again. And so I had a quote up, and people can look it up. It's on my phone, so I can't use it right now because I'm using my phone for this. It was Giannis's quote. Again, a lot of times I'm going to bring this back to sports. And again, Giannis is not an expert. And Giannis is not an authority. But Giannis is our guy. Like, Giannis brings so much joy to so many Milwaukeeans and so many Wisconsinites and so many Greeks that his quote said, we need change and we need to be better. Guess what? We need change and we need to be better. And I think we can all agree on that. Whatever we think change means. And change means different things to so many of us. And that's okay. It's okay to have a different opinion from the person who lives next door and the person, when we go back to work, who works in the cubicle next to you, or the person you're driving next to, hopefully not right now, on the expressway. It's okay to have different opinions. It's okay to have different things that are important to you in life. But it's also okay to listen and to have kindness, and how we can figure out as many kindnesses as possible. So now what? And none of us are there yet. None of us are there yet, and that's okay. I was watching a video last night from my friend Sachin Sheta, who is involved in politics in Milwaukee, and he was on the peaceful march that was going through the east side near UWM, and he witnessed a cop car pulled up. This guy was facing the other way, and a cop just beat him from behind. And it didn't make any sense. And I think to most of us, that doesn't make any sense. Because we know most police officers are good people. We know most people who are peaceful protesting are good people. We know there's some bad apples in every profession. We know there's some bad apples on the Brewers. There's some bad apples on the Packers. There's some bad apples on the Red Sox. There's some bad apples in the police. There's some bad apples in the Army. But I want to believe that way more than those bad apples are good people. People who want to do right, people who want to be kind, and people who want to help. And I think that's a real thing. And I think that, we see in Flint, Michigan, the sheriff, take off his jacket and march with the protesters. Again, the peaceful protesters. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that's who I am. My name is Mitch Nelles, and I want to help facilitate this conversation. I want to have a voice. I realize I've had a voice in Milwaukee for 15 plus years, and I have that opportunity to have a bigger voice. And so I want to be here every morning from about 7:50 to 8 o'clock. That's kind of my range. I don't know why my computer didn't work today. We're going to work on that today. My wife is she is the queen. She is the all-knowing when it comes to Facebook Lives. So she's going to figure that out for me. So I'm going to be here every day. And some days we're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about, can baseball come back? Why are the owners and the players so mad at each other? I'm in Florida right now. If the NBA comes back to Florida, how do I not just drive over to Orlando and figure out a way to get in there and be your reporter, be the fans' reporter, be the Bucks reporter, be the Bucks podcaster for the entire run of the playoffs? How do I figure that out? Somebody said to me, "Are you gonna throw your Venmo up? Should people Venmo you? Should you get paid for this content?" Sure, but not right now. We'll figure that out. I like that, and again, I love Pat McCurdy every Friday night, but he's doing concerts. Like, he's a musician. He's talented. I'm not talented. I'm just a guy with a phone who has an audience, and I want to connect with you, and I want to be part of you guys. So, and if you want to help Pat McCurdy and his Friday night concerts, they are hilarious, and they bring, I have 30 watchers right now. He has, 1,200. When I get to 1,200 people watching, I'll throw my Venmo up. But again, you have my Twitter, @MitchNellis. We're on Facebook right now. My Instagram is ThunderMKE, so get with me on Instagram. And email me, thundermke@gmail.com. thundermke@gmail.com. It's good to see all these people saying hi and checking in. I love it. And one thing I want to end every day with is my daily kindness. My daily kindness today is something that we can't really do. But if you can do it with the person next to you, do it with the person next to you. If you can do it with your kid, if you can do it with your significant other, a sibling, if you're with someone, great. If not, I'm going to save one for you that we're going to be able to do someday soon. And it's a hug. And that's what it is. For those of you who know me, I love hugging. I love hugging. I'm a big hugger. I'll hug for any reason. I'll man hug. I'll bro hug. I'll 2 hands on the back, clap hug. I'll side hug. I love hugging. So while we can't hug right now, give a smile. Just give a smile. Whether you're wearing a mask, whether you're not, whether you're out and about, people can see it in your eyes. Just give a smile, okay? Just give a smile to people. If you're walking and somebody's walking toward you, just move over. If you walk on the front of somebody's lawn or you walk on the street, who cares? If it makes somebody else feel more comfortable, why not do it? Where's the inconvenience in our lives to just move over? It's okay to move over while we're walking. We don't have to run into each other. We don't have to stand our ground. We don't have to have some sort of situation where we are too close to each other. If it helps somebody stay healthy, respect somebody else, and just move over. I'm going to sign off the way my 7-year-old signs off in all of her conversations with all her friends. And she's going to help me with this right now. So, Nora, I'm about done, and I'm going to use your line to finish this. What is your line that you say to all your friends when you're done talking to people?
Hope to hug you soon.
Hope to hug you soon. This has been a Little Thunder. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope this was good. Share it with your friends. Mwah.